was working so well for you in Game 2?
第2戦、髪の毛がうまくマッチしてゲーム良かったのか、その他がなんか良かったんでしょうか。
そうですね、いろいろと噛み合ってね、はい、良かったです。はい。
Because everything clicked. Yeah.
So you give up the leadoff homer. How were you able to just settle in after that?
初回いきなりホームラン打たれたんですけども、そこからどういうふうにして落ち着いてその後ゲーム投げれましたか。
初球だったんですごい本当悔しさが、あったんですけど、このダメだったところっていうのを、すぐ冷静に分析できたので、まだ初回ですし、とにかく冷静にいきました。
Yeah, because the first pitch home run, that's I feel a little bit regretful, but that was just the first inning, and then I just analyzed what was wrong, and then I stayed, kept myself composed.
What was your favorite part about your performance?
一番自分で良かったなと思うところどこですか、第2戦で。
最後まで9回まで投げ切れたっていうのが、一番こうなんか。自信になったというか達成感というか仕事したなっていう感じが、すごくしました。
Because the best part for me on the game was that because I was able to complete the game 9 innings, and then I think because I feel satisfied.
Blake Snell, your performance. Tyler Glasnow has a tough act to follow. Do you guys joke with him about that at all, or what do you expect from him today?
スネル、山本さん、すごいいいパフォーマンスが出て、今日グラスなんですけども、それだけ自分たちが良かっただけに、なんか君もこうしろよとかっていうジョークはなんかありましたか。
いや、なんか本当流れが良すぎて、いつもだったらそういったジョークも多分あるかもしれないですけど、本当に今はもうリズムというか流れが全体の流れが良すぎるだけに逆になんか今は言いづらいというか、そのぐらいいい感じを感じてます。
This series, because the flow of this series is almost too good. So, because I think, because it's too good to make that kind of joke right now.
No, I agree with you on that. I followed you out of the clubhouse the other day as you were going to the press conference, and you walked through all the family and friends. There were lots of cheers and high fives. What did that moment mean to you?
試合後に、インタビュールーム行くまでに、家族の皆さんとかがすごいなんか歓声を上げてくれたんですけども、ああいったことっていうのは山本さんにとってはどういう意味がありますか。
なんていうんだろうな、試合後、みんなの家族に会ったりするといつもいい声かけ、ナイスピッチングとか、言ってくださってたんですけど、あんなみんながいるとこで一斉に会うのは初めてだったんで、なんかすごい嬉しさが、倍増しました。
Because I do get the cheers after the game, during the regular season, but that was kind of first time, because they're cheering me, giving me high fives, and in that scale of this crowd. So I think that was great.
What does it mean to you to be a Dodger right now in your second postseason?
2年目、ポストシーズンでドジャースの一員として戦うことはどういうふうに思ってますか。
去年の経験も、あるので、するべきことはすごく去年より明確になってますし、とにかくなんていうんだろう、一番に、ならないといけないチームというか、もう全員がそう思ってると、感じるので、自分もその選手の一人としてチームに大きく貢献できるように頑張りたいです。
Because after having a last postseason, and then because this year, because this team is because the one must win. So I'd like to, as a team member, I have to contribute, bring the contribution to the team to bring the win.
Well, thank you so much, Yoshinobu. We appreciate your time.
Thank you.
On the right side.
Roki, the last time you pitched in Milwaukee, your velocity was down a little bit. At that point, were you still feeling the after effects of the previous 3-inning relief performance, and how much better did you feel today?
前回球速がちょっと落ちてたんですけども、その前の登板3イニング投げたからちょっとそういう球速のパフォーマンス低下になったのか、それと今日スピード上がってたってことに関してお願いします。
体調面は、問題なかったので、ただ自分の気づかないところで投球フォームが多分崩れてたというかちょっとズレがあったと思うので、そこに気づけないままマウンドに上がってしまったので、スピードとコントロールと、 見出したのかなと思うので、3イニング投げたことが直接つながっているわけではないと思うんですけど、はい、何かしらのズレがあって、そうなって、今回、前回登板から今日までの期間で、ピッチングコーチとも話して、うまく練習して今日は良かったのかなと思います。
In terms of my last outing, I don't think the 3-inning outing had any effect. I just couldn't consciously, or I was unconsciously, my mechanics was unconsciously off. I wasn't really aware of like what was going on, which I think affected my command and my velo. This time around, today's outing, in between today's outing and the last outing, just really worked with the pitching coach and just did a lot of work to make sure that my mechanics was in the right place.
In the back on the left.
Who came up with the idea of the Bailalo Rocky song? Latino fans are loving it in the
そ
stadium.
の音楽のインスピレーション、登場曲、結構ラテンの人たちが喜んでるっていう感じですけども、どこから来たんですかと。
どこから来た？誰が決めたか。
そう誰が決めたとかなんか。
右とか、はい。
It was with Migi Row.
In the middle on the left.
Roki, just considering this is still a new transition to the bullpen, is an outing when you can bounce back like today, is that an encouraging sign for you and just how you're learning to navigate yourself through this transition?
まだリリーバーとして経験がそこまで多くないと思うんですけども、こういう機会、前回はそんなに良くなくて、バウンスバックできたっていうことに関しては何かいい経験になったのかなと思いますけども、どう思いますか？
そうですね、先発の時もそうですけど、毎回、自分の、思うようなパフォーマンスが出せるわけじゃないと思いますし、いい悪いの波はあると思うので、その中で、アウト3つ、どう取るかを、考えなきゃいけないので、前回自分から相手にチャンスを与えてしまったことはすごく反省だと思いますし、しっかりいいフォームで、毎回調整して、少しでも自分がコントロール、自分のボールをコントロールできるように、準備しなきゃなと思ってます。
You know, as a starter, I understand that there's always ups and downs, so I kind of take that same approach with being pitching in a relief as a reliever. And I think what I try to do is just to make sure that all my mechanics are in place, so that I can command the ball better. And that I feel like that's what I'm really focused on right now.
Any more questions in English? Please raise your hand for the microphone. We'll start over here, left side.
What's up, Dave? Obviously, a lot's been made of Shohei's struggles to the plate, kind of, but how big has it been just that teams are sort of game planning their pitching around him and doing things like starting a lefty reliever just to try and get him out in the first?
I think, he's, one of the best players in the game, and how do you neutralize him? You throw some lefties on him, and that's what they're doing. And I think he's going to come out of it. He's grinding, working through it, and as far as kind of their approach, makes sense.
Right side in the middle.
Dave, coming into the postseason, obviously we talked about the issues you guys were having in the pen between Vesia, Trinan, and Sasaki. It seems like you guys kind of have a kind of like a blueprint, so to speak, going forward here. How comfortable have you been with, how that's been coming together?
Very. I think the thing about our guys is they're battle tested, and they know that I've never lost faith in them. They never lost confidence in each other, and so to see what they're doing right now, I'm not surprised. And we knew all along that we were going to need these guys, and these guys are delivering, which is huge. And we're doing a great job of preventing runs, and the bullpen deserves a lot of credit.
And obviously you kind of needed that extra inning today, and you went to Banda there. He's pitched once in like the last 3 weeks. How were you comfortable going to him in that situation?
I just think that Anthony's grown a lot. I think the moment is not going to be too big for him. I just feel that he's ready for whatever is asked of him. He's in a good mental space, and the stuff is obviously very good. So for me, regardless of inning, I trust him, and like I said, he's throwing the baseball, has a lot of confidence right now, and so to run him out there against the middle of the order, I had no problem with that.
Go here in the front row.
To your left. Hey, Dave, could you just talk a little bit about just Mookie's defense and what you've seen and how it continues to just evolve and gets elevates and really comes in clutch?
He's made big plays. Yeah, that play going to his backhand, just to kind of let Roki settle in. He just continues to make great plays, and it's rightfully so. He's in the Gold Glove conversation at shortstop, and that was a big play. You just never know. Get the leadoff runner on. You know how that inning could have evolved. And earlier, that play by Muncy was a heck of a play. You know, infield drawn in, going to his left, spin, make an accurate throw to get that out at home. That was a big play as well.
Go here, second row on the right.
Dave, earlier this season, after one of his early outings, Roki, there's a visual of him looking emotional. It wasn't the performance he wanted to have, but for him to, go through his rookie year, come back from injury, and now deliver in these high leverage situations, what can you say about his growth?
His growth has been certainly not linear. At that point in time where, he was scuffling and emotional on the bench, and there's a lot of video and photos of that. And for him to kind of self-reflect, get healthy, and put himself back on the radar for our 2025 ball club speaks to his fight. And, I don't think anyone could have, foreseen him in this role in April or May. And so I give a lot of credit to Roki to kind of get to that point. And now, he can look back at 2025 and look fondly at it.
Fourth row in the middle here in the blue.
Hey, Dave. I know you're up 3-0, so this is kind of a tough question, but you seem to be leaving a lot of tack-on runs on the bases, not moving runners over. And does that concern you at all?
Say that again?
Not getting runners in from third with less than 2 outs, not moving runners over. Does that concern you at all?
I wouldn't say concerned, but we got to be better. I think that you're always trying to figure out how you can improve as a ball club, and I do think that, Tommy's at bat today was huge, runners in scoring position. I thought Freddie's at bat to get him up was a huge at bat. But yeah, I do think that the situational, we can be better at that for sure. We got to be better.
We have time for two more. We'll start with Russell in the back there near the camera.
Doc, a lot of pitches for Tyler through that first 2 innings. What did you see that changed from him in the third that was able to allow him to get to 5 2/3?
I thought the curveball got better. The curveball started to become more of a pitch for him, and they went heavy left today, and that was a pitch that was able to neutralize those guys. I thought Will did a great job the sequencing, using the fastball enough. But yeah, I think for me that's really proud of Tyler in the sense of the pitch count was early and knowing we still needed length from him. And for him to kind of stay, keep his wits about him and to keep making pitches, keep competing and shorten the game, that's what we need from him. And he's done that the last, call it, 6 or 7 starts.
Take our last question from Barry here on the left.
Hey, Doc. Just back to Shohei, a couple of questions. I'm just paraphrasing, but I saw you said that you didn't think he could win the World Series if he's not hitting. Now you're up 3-0 in this series. He's batting 104. Do you adjust that at all?
No, I mean, he's a big part of what we're doing. And so we're pitching really well. We're playing very good defense. Obviously, Shohei's not performing the way, he would like or we expect. But I just know how big of a part he is to this thing. And we got a long way to go. But I just like the work that he's putting in, and I'll bet on him all day long.
And now tomorrow you've got him starting to try and wrap this up, right? So the work that he has to put in to prepare for a start like that, plus the work he has to put in, how does he manage it?
Yeah, he's a unicorn. I don't know how he manages it. Every minute of the day is accounted for. He's very prepared, and his last outing in Philadelphia was a good one, 6 innings. I think he gave up 3 runs. And so I expect him to be good tomorrow, be focused, and, put forth a good effort at the bat, too.
All right, Doc, thanks a lot. We'll see you tomorrow.
Yep.
Tyler,
first question for Tyler. We could start here on the left, and then we got Dylan, and then we'll go to the second row.
Hey, Tyler, how tough was it not being able to pitch last year in the postseason, and then just how much more gratifying has it been this year being able to dominate and help your team out?
Yeah, I think last year was tough. I think when you're in that position, you just want to root for the team and just be there as much as you can, and like it was nice to be a part of it. But this year, for sure, just kind of being able to participate and just being able to contribute to the team has felt awesome.
Dylan?
Tyler, you threw close to like 40 pitches, I think, in the first 2 innings. What adjustments did you make after that to just kind of, calm down and I guess?
I think my rhythm was a little off. I think usually when I'm off, I tend to like have different rhythm with my hands and my leg, and I think just kind of getting more into the rhythm of the game. I guess just kind of getting like a little bit more. I don't know. It's hard to explain, I guess, but I think I just got back into a rhythm. I leaned on that sinker a lot. I was ripping off everything, and it's the one pitch when I am a little late that I can kind of get back into the zone if I am a tad bit late. So I was able to get ahead with it, and I just think like the overall athleticism and rhythm was a lot better.
Let's go to the second row on the right.
Tyler, before the game, right here.
Oh, hi.
Yeah, Dave was asked about your postseason so far, and he said that he's seen you be able to be more present and maybe not try and be a perfectionist with every pitch. How have you felt your mental approach change?
Yeah, I think I'll always suffer from trying to be perfect, I think, but he's definitely right. I think just trying to stay in the moment and not be too hard on myself and just compete with what I have and not trying to make every pitch so perfect and tinkering and stuff in between. Yeah, I think I've just gotten into like a nice rhythm and just being able to go out there and be athletic and kind of leaning on Connor and Mark to, if I do need something, I know they're there to let me know and just kind of clear my mind and go out and throw.
Let's go 5 rows back on the far left.
Tyler, those first 2 innings were a lot of traffic, and how big was it for you to get yourself out of those and also Max's play? How huge was that?
That was huge. I think that was like the play of the game for sure. I think just having a 1-run ball game, if it would have turned into 2, it's a different story. I think after that, though, just kind of that relief of that inning, him making that good defensive play, I was able to go back out and just try to stay in the zone and get some quick outs. But it was huge play. He did a great job.
Let's go to the second row right here in the middle.
Hey, Tyler, how did you feel your slider was working today and putting guys away?
It was inconsistent at times. I think it was one of those pitches I kept ripping off of. It was okay a little bit in the beginning, kind of, and then it kind of fizzled. It was just hit or miss, kind of. And I think it played well off the sinker, and then a little bit later I just kept throwing it into the lefty batter's box. But I think I was able to get ahead with the sinker enough to still have guys kind of sitting on it. And then the curveball, I think, was my secondary pitch that helped me a lot today. Yeah.
Let's go to Russell, straight back in the middle.
Tyler, you obviously got a first row seat to watching what Blake and Yoshinobu did. Coming into the start, I'm curious what your mindset is trying to follow what those guys are doing to get to this point.
Nothing really different. I think like them having a good game is awesome for the team. It's great, but I don't think it really changes my mentality as far as it goes. Like you have your game plan with the team, and I kind of just put that out of my mind, kind of what they've done. I think it's nice to have a 2-0 lead. That's huge. But as far as like attacking hitters or trying to execute, I just kind of did my own thing.
Let's come up to the front row right here on the left. Just wait for the mic.
You're good. I can hear you.
Tyler, can you talk about having back-to-back strong performances versus against the Phillies tonight?
Yeah, it means a lot to me. I think, especially early on in the playoffs, like earlier in my career, I didn't have like a ton of success, and I think just being able to go out and be myself and stay athletic and pitch well, it's been feeling great. And having that bullpen outing to start felt nice, and then it carried over well into my starts, and hopefully I can keep it going.
All right, Tyler. Thanks.
Good. Thank you, guys.
Doing my job, that's all.
Can you put into words the emotion that you have right now, knowing what you've accomplished, but there's still a lot of work to do, so you have to be ready and able to concentrate on that as well?
Honestly, I have zero emotions. We're up, but my coach said the job's not done. We got to keep going and just keep applying pressure.
What did you think of Max's play in the second?
Say it again?
Is it good to have zero emotions?
Probably not, but I mean, it's going to differ between people.
What did you see in Max's play, the top of the second, and also Tyler? What did you see from Tyler
today?
Month, that was a great play by Month. Slide, getting up and throwing a really good throw. I think the throw was kind of underrated right there. He put it around money, nice and low, just made it easy tag. And Glass, I mean, he just pitched great, kept him off the board outside of the one side. Made him work. I mean, yeah, he gave us a chance to win.
Mookie, when you moved over to shorts, it was a challenge, and you proved obviously that you're a great shortstop. Now you're arguably the best shortstop in the game. How does that happen?
I don't know. God-given abilities, but I mean, I'm just doing my job. Going out there and playing short. That's all.
But a lot of work too.
A lot of work, but you work a lot too, so it's no different than anybody else.
But you're not surprised that you're in this position, though, are you?
Like the Dodgers? No, I mean, this is what we play for. I mean, it doesn't really matter necessarily what it looks like, but we're playing to win the World Series. So however that comes, that's how it comes.
Been somewhat tough for Shohei, but he hits the triple. What was the amount of pressure you felt to get him in and get you guys started today after he was on third base?
I felt zero pressure on that. That was just, we had 3 chances at that point, so there was no pressure on me. I think that's why I was able to kind of put a ball in place and get the run across.
Mookie, do the playoffs feel different for you? The Mamba mentality clicks in?
I think now that this is my 12th year, yeah, it definitely does feel different. I mean, the season gets long and it's hard to play 160 games and really just kind of stay locked in. But when you get to the postseason and you really get to playoff time, not that this matters more than the regular season, but it's just a different mindset, just a feel. And, makes it a lot more fun.
When you make a play like you did in the ninth, do you take a minute to appreciate it? You ever go back and look at the video and say, how did I do that?
I don't say how I do that. But, you go back and look at it. I go back and watch all the plays, even the routines, just learn what I can do better, learn what I did right, and then you move on.
Do you surprise yourself sometimes?
No. I think once I get to the ball, I believe and trust my athletic ability to make it play.
Okay, I know you're not focused on individual awards. What does it mean to go to finals?
It's cool. I mean, like I said, I don't really care about it. I'm just doing my job. That's how I kind of view it. But I mean, it's cool. If I want to go glove or short, that'd be something that I can definitely tell my son. I was able to do one in the infield and one in the outfield. But at the end of the day, the World Series is what's the most important.
What's the mindset to finish these guys tomorrow?
Same one we had today. Come show up. Be ready to play. I mean, there's no can't add extra pressure. Just because you're 1 win away from going to the next series, but you got to keep in mind we're 5 wins away from what we did.
That's tough to win if you're allowing that little on the mound. Dodgers pitching's been great, Derek.
Yeah, they're down 3 games, and then their reward for Game 4 is Ohtani. Is Ohtani pitching?
Correct.
Yeah, so he's their 4th starter.
I mean, it's laughable.
Yeah, it really is, and you never look. God, you never want to say a series is over, because once again we were on the other side of it. But
hey, I say it for you.
Yeah,
this series is over.
Side. Yeah, I mean, it looks like it. It really does look like it. The Dodgers are just too deep, and it seems like the Brewers' offense is in a rut.
Yeah, look, the Brewers, they're actually playing well. Like Pat Murphy said right there, they've only scored 10 runs, and you would think 1-2 or 2-1. But the truth is that from top to bottom, the Dodgers are by far the best team in baseball. Their starting pitching is healthy. Their bullpen's healthy. Their lineup is healthy. They're making the season look like a formality.
The Dodgers, they can win in so many ways that but their pitching has been phenomenal. Look at Glasnow today. That was unbelievable. And let me tell you, during the regular season, it was a different subject. They had so many guys injured. They had so many guys going and not going. You never know what's going to happen. They prepared the whole scenario to be where they are right now. But now, guys, I'm sorry, but this Dodger thing is ridiculous good.
Yeah, and when the Brewers, when they want to mix things up, they do it by creating chaos on the bases. they can't even get on base.
Hard to create chaos when you're not on.
That's right.
And the trailing of these games, it's amazing. The Dodgers, you know, they put together this incredible pitching staff, but they were really, for the most part, hurt all year long. And then they get everybody back. They're all healthy. They build up Ohtani to be ready for the playoffs and do what he's doing. And then Sasaki, who was banged up almost the entire year, comes back like, you know what? You're going to close games. And he's been like unhittable in the closer role.
Yeah, it's just plug and play. Just put him anywhere.
I retired.
Let's look at this. Let's look at that Mookie play again. Derek, I just want to, you know,
to try to get it there on the air all the way, but I'll give it to him. I'll give it to him. No, we talked about this. People don't realize. They don't realize that's way late in my career, guys. Can we go back?
I get the younger one.
I'm 45 at that point. Yeah.
You got it done.
But I tell you, the thing is what people don't realize because of all the stars that the Dodgers have, what Mookie Betts is doing. Second base, right field, shortstop, flip again, go back. It's not that easy. I mean, I know we give Ohtani a lot of credit because he's hit DHing and he's pitching. That's not easy to move around the diamond like that.
He's a winner, man. This kid, he played to win. You tell Mookie, I want you tomorrow to play first base because our team gonna be better. He will not complain. He'll be like, give me the glove. I will go for it. The longest we win, I will do whatever it takes. That's why I love that kid.
Poppy, I love the word you said, winner. And that's exactly what he is. And the guy next to him, Muncy, he's also a winner. I mean, Muncy's a guy that came in, developed. They said he wasn't a great defender. He's playing like Scott Rowland defense, right? Or Arenado. I mean, he made a play against Philly on the bunt play to Mookie Betts on the run. And then tonight, he made a play to his left, turns around, no force, and throws a rocket. That is an incredible, that's a 10 out of 10 defensive play. In a degree of difficulty, you just got to tip your cap right